Chapter 1. The banana that refuses to grow straight. Have you ever looked at a banana and wondered, why is it curved? It seems like such a simple question. But bananas don't grow in that shape just because they're supposed to. In fact, when a banana first begins to grow, something very different happens. The young fruit starts growing almost straight, then, as it develops, it begins to bend. And that strange curve is actually the result of how the banana responds to its environment. But why would a banana need to bend at all? To understand that, we need to look at how bananas grow on the plant. Chapter 2. How does a banana actually grow? To understand why bananas are curved, we first need to see how they grow. A banana doesn't grow from a normal tree. What looks like a tree is actually a giant herb. Its thick green trunk is made from tightly packed layers of leaf bases. And deep inside this plant, something remarkable happens. A large flower eventually emerges. From that flower, rows of tiny bananas begin to develop. At first, these young bananas don't look anything like the familiar fruit we see in supermarkets. They're small, green, and tightly packed together. But as they grow larger, they begin to change direction. And this is where the mystery of the banana's curve really begins. Chapter 3. The secret of the curve. So, what makes a banana curve? The answer has a lot to do with something plants can't live without: light. As bananas grow, their fruits respond to the direction of sunlight. Instead of simply growing straight down with gravity, the developing bananas gradually grow upward toward the light. This response is called negative gravitropism, or more accurately, negative gravitropism. In simple words, the banana grows against the pull of gravity. As the fruit continues growing, this upward growth creates the familiar curved shape we recognize. So that iconic banana curve isn't just a random shape. It's the result of the plant's growth responding to its surroundings. And there's something even more interesting. The banana isn't actually trying to look like a banana. It's simply growing in the direction that helps it reach better light. Chapter 4. Why grow upward? But why would a banana grow upward in the first place? After all, gravity is constantly pulling everything downward. For a banana plant, the answer comes down to survival. Plants need sunlight to produce energy through photosynthesis. And when the developing banana fruit grows upward and outward, it becomes more exposed to the light around the plant. This unusual growth pattern also helps the developing fruit spread away from the center of the plant. Instead of staying hidden underneath the leaves, the fruits gradually move outward and upward. And as they continue growing, their familiar curved shape becomes more obvious. So the banana's curve isn't just a strange feature. It's a result of the way the fruit develops in its natural environment. And here's something surprising. Not every banana is equally curved. Chapter 5. Not every banana is the same. But if bananas grow upward, does every banana end up with exactly the same curve? Not at all. Look closely at different bananas, and you'll notice something. Some are short and gently curved. Others are long and strongly curved, and some barely curve at all. That's because the shape of a banana depends on more than one factor. Different banana varieties naturally have different shapes and sizes. Their growth is also affected by the conditions around them, including light, temperature, water, and the way the fruit responds to gravity. So there isn't one perfect banana shape. The familiar curve is simply the result of the fruit's growth pattern. And the stronger that growth pushes the fruit upward while gravity pulls downward, the more noticeable that curve can become. Which means the banana sitting on your kitchen counter is actually the result of a tiny battle between growth and gravity. Chapter 6. Why doesn't a banana just grow straight down? So if gravity is pulling the banana downward, why doesn't it simply grow straight down? The answer is surprisingly simple. A developing banana has a natural growth response to gravity. Instead of following gravity downward, the fruit grows in the opposite direction. Scientists call this negative gravitropism. Imagine hanging a young banana upside down. As it grows, its tip gradually turns upward. And because different parts of the fruit grow at different rates and directions, the banana slowly develops its familiar curved shape. So the curve isn't something that appears overnight. It develops little by little as the fruit grows. What looks like a simple curve is actually the result of a surprisingly complex growth process. Chapter 7. Does the curve have a purpose? So, Does the banana's curved shape actually have a purpose? Well, not in the way you might think. The banana isn't consciously trying to create the perfect shape. Its curve is mainly a consequence of how the fruit grows in response to gravity. And that growth pattern happens while the banana is developing on the plant. In other words, the banana doesn't become curved because it needs to look curved. It becomes curved because of the way its cells grow and respond to their environment. And that's what makes the banana so interesting. A shape that looks completely ordinary is actually the result of invisible forces and biological processes happening inside the plant.